Hey there, welcome back to Lima Bean Living. In today's video, I thought I would share how I make a tres leches cake. You are going to need 1 cup of flour, 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder, 1/4 teaspoon of salt, 5 eggs. We will be separating the whites from the yolks. You need 1 cup of sugar separated into 3/4 of a cup and 1/4 of a cup, 1/3 of a cup of milk, and 1.5 teaspoons of vanilla. You're going to start by sifting your dry ingredients, so your flour, your baking powder, and your salt. Once you're done sifting, go ahead and set that aside, and then you want to separate the eggs with whites in one bowl and the yolks in another. I have 2 mixing bowls that go with my stand mixer, so I just use both of those because I will be using a paddle attachment with the yolks and the whisk attachment for the egg whites. Its rays will wash you clean. I'm walking slowly, I'm taking my time, all I like are talking. Now that we have the eggs separated, to the yolk bowl, we are going to add 3/4 of a cup of sugar, and to the egg whites, we are going to add 1/4 of a cup of sugar. I like to set the egg whites and sugar aside and start working on my egg yolk and sugar mixture. You're going to beat that until it becomes this nice pale yellow color. And before doing the next step, I do make sure to scrape down the sides and just beat in whatever didn't get fully incorporated. Then we are going to slowly add in our milk as well as our vanilla. You do not have to be known. Even the best of us have sometimes felt alone. This whole world is your home. Now that our wet mixture has been fully incorporated, we are going to turn the beater back on and slowly add in our dry ingredients. I'm walking slowly, I'm taking my time, all I like are talking is starting to rhyme. So now we're just going to scrape down the bowl, scrape off the little paddle attachment, and set this mixture aside. And we're going to move on and beat our egg white and sugar mixture until you have nice stiff peaks. This helps to incorporate a lot of air, and then we will be folding in this egg white mixture into the other batter, and this will help the cake stay nice and fluffy. Your hair, it drives me crazy, dreaming of God on a sandy shore. Now you can see the real-time speed as I fold in this ingredients. I really don't want to, pop any of these bubbles. That's the whole reason why we whipped these egg whites. We wanted there to be a lot of air. So you really don't want to over mix this batter because then you'll be getting rid of a lot of the air that we put in. So I've sped up the video, but you want to go nice and slow and just mix until there's no more big patches of the egg white or no more thick patches of the other batter. After that is fully mixed, you want to coat a 9x13 pan with some cooking spray and transfer your batter inside, smoothing it out to make sure it is fairly equally distributed. Then you want to bake in a 350-degree oven for about 28 minutes. After the cake is done baking in the oven, take it out and set it aside until it cools completely. Once it is cooled, you want to poke holes on the top of the cake all over, and this will help allow the milk mixture that we will assemble really soak into the cake. So to make this milk mixture, you are going to need 1/3 of a cup of heavy whipping cream, 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla, 1 14-ounce can of sweetened condensed milk, and 1 12-ounce can of evaporated milk. Then you want to give this a good mix since that sweetened condensed milk is pretty thick. And once everything is fully incorporated, you are going to pour this over the top of the cake. I like to make a special effort to go along the outer edges of the cake because those appear to be more dry than the center of the cake. And while that sounds concerning right now, you don't have to worry about any of this cake being dry because this milk mixture will soak up into the cake and make it absolutely delicious and very moist. So once the milk mixture has been poured on top of the cake, we're going to cover it and stick it in the fridge overnight and take care of the topping the following day. So to make the frosting, it's very simple. You take 2 cups of heavy whipping cream and 1/3 of a cup of sugar, and you are going to whip this until you have nice stiff peaks. Now this actually makes a lot of whipped topping, so when you cut into the cake, there's a very thick layer of this whipped cream on top of the cake. But this frosting is not as sweet as like a buttercream. It's actually just very light and refreshing, so having this much on top of your cake really goes well, and it's really not like at all like too sweet. So normally when I make this cake, I top it with fresh strawberries and blueberries. You can serve them on the side or do some type of nice decoration on top of the cake. I don't have any footage of it, but I just made this for my niece's first birthday party. But I took a strawberry, a raspberry, and a blueberry, and I placed them on top of the cake where I envisioned a slice would be, so that I could get 20 equal-sized slices from this 9x13 cake. Those slices ended up being like the perfect size, so I would recommend if you are going to be making this type of cake for more than 20 people, definitely double the recipe. But for my sister's birthday party, she wanted this cake as well, and I couldn't find any good fresh strawberries, so I got some strawberries in syrup and topped it with fresh blueberries, and that was just as delicious. In a previous video, I also shared how I tried stacking a tres leches cake, so it is possible. Maybe I will show you guys how I do that if it is requested by my family for a future birthday party. But one other decorating technique that I tried was just coloring some of the whipped topping and then piping that on top of the cake in some design. So my older sister was turning 40, and on one of the cakes I made for her party, I just piped out a 40, some hearts and polka dots, and that was that decoration. Let me know down below in the comments if you plan on giving this cake recipe a try. At pretty much every party I have brought this to, I'm always asked for the recipe, so it's definitely a people pleaser. I hope you guys enjoy it too. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button, and if you are new to my channel, I would love it if you stick around and subscribe and check out all of my motherhood content, and I'll catch you in the next one. Woohoo! You've made it to the end of the video. If you didn't know already, every Monday and Friday you can find motherhood and lifestyle content on this channel. And since us moms have to do it all, that may mean yummy recipes, easy DIYs, mom hacks, cleaning and organization, or just a combo of everything. Please know that you are loved and you are made for greatness, and I will catch you in the next one.